As you might know, if you follow my YouTube channel, I'm working on Uno AI Studio right now, which is a plugin that will let you create pages, sections, and entire websites using AI right inside WordPress. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created this website step by step using Uno AI Studio. It's going to be very fun, and I'm going to guide you in the process. This page was created using only standard Gutenberg blocks and the free 2025 theme. And as you can see here, by using Uno AI Studio, I have added also CSS framework that let us create beautiful interactions like the one that you see here and create designs that are not possible out of the box using just the free site editor. But using Uno AI Studio, you can do that. I also generated a services page, which is this one. And I didn't even make it on purpose, but the system generated for me. So I was positively surprised about this design. I really like it. And as you can see, there is also a pretty good coherence between the design of the pages. And of course, there is plenty of room for improvement, but I wanted to show you how you can generate this kind of websites in a very short time using this very new plugin, which is still in development right now in alpha version, but you can already download it and start using it using Gutenberg, the free 2025 theme, and your favorite AI model. To get started, you just need to have your AI connectors configured here on Settings, Connectors. And in my case, I suggest you to use Anthropic or Google. In this case, Uno AI Studio works very well and very fast using Google Gemini 3.5 Flash. And it also works very well with Opus 4.8. So go ahead and connect your API key from Anthropic or Google, as you prefer. You can also use OpenAI if you prefer, but in my tests, it works better with these two models. Then, if you want to follow along, you can access Uno AI Studio in the link that I provide below. It's a plugin that I'm developing right now, and it is already pretty powerful, as you will see in this video. And you can go ahead and check out the offer, which is now active on the website. You can go and choose your plan. You can go solo, which is 29 euros per year. You can go freelancer, 59, or agency, 99 per year. Keep in mind that these prices here are grandfathered. So if you subscribe right now during the pre-launch offer, because this is a pre-launch, because the version 1 is going to come out in the next months, I hope so. And right now we are collecting the first users. So if you want to jump in and join the adventure, you're going to be among the firsts. And you can also choose, if you want, to buy a founder lifetime license. If you want to support the project, there are only 100 slots available. You can use this on 25 sites. So it's a pretty generous lifetime license. And you can generate everything. And of course, you will get lifetime updates included. And you will have support included for the first year. These are the plans. You can jump in, and I'm super curious to know what you think about the plugin. I also have a 14-day money-back guarantee, so if you do not like it, you can ask for a refund, of course. And keep in mind that this is a work in progress, so it is already powerful, but it will also have some bugs, of course, because it is not the version 1. As you can see here, the version 1 alpha is working towards an advanced design system, an advanced design skills, and a more polished output of the plugin. Let's get started, and I'm going to show you now step by step how I generated the website that I showed you at the beginning of the video. Now I want to create a pet shop website using Uno AI Studio. This is a first image that I generated using ChatGPT, a second one, and a third one here. And I want to use them to decorate my website. So this is the starting point that I'm going to use as the image. And then I also created a prompt that I have saved. Let me show you the prompt, which is here, that I have saved and that I want to give to Uno AI Studio to create this website. And the brand is called Bow in this case. Okay, so I'm also indicating some specific Google fonts. You see here that I want the AI to use in the design system. And I'm also asking to use specific tones. In this case, these are warm, cream neutrals, playful coral accents, fresh contrast colors, and also soft blush tones. Okay, this should match something like this. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. I don't know what it will come up with. The design system generation, it's really simple. You just need to put the brand name between high brackets like this. I do not know how you call them, if brackets or something else. Anyway, use these two symbols and you type inside the brand name, and it's going to be saved automatically for you in your library, because you can create, of course, many different design systems and save them and reuse them throughout the website, or just also as a starting point for your clients' websites, for example. Okay, now here I'm just launching this. You can use Gemini 3.5 Flash, it works very well, or you can go and choose Claude Opus 4.8. I'm going to keep this one because it's very fast and it works pretty well. So let's see if it will create a good design system for us now. And then I will ask to create a first page. Okay. So now this is generating the design system. It's going to take about between 30 seconds and 1 minute in general. So it's pretty fast. And it's going to create our design system. So let's leave it here. And I'm going to show you also what I created just a few minutes ago using Uno AI Studio. This is a landing page for another brand that I called Get Uno. And I was able to generate this in a few steps. I just needed to refine a few elements here and there, but I was pretty satisfied with the result. Let me know what you think about the overall look and feel of design content generated like this. And the best thing here is the fact that when you, we have our our bow design system. Works well. I really like this this font for the headings. And okay, so we have this palette. Let me check if it's going to match with this one. I don't really think that it's going to match perfectly with this one. So I will ask AI now to extract the colors from this image. Let's do that. So let me check this. Extract 3 main colors from the image to be used in a design system. All right, so let's go and do this thing to show you also how you can refine your design system once you create it with Uno AI Studio. The idea is to be able to refine it until you're happy with the result. And then you can save it to the library, or you can directly apply it to the website. If you save it to the library, it's just going to be saved here in your library, and you can easily go back to it whenever you want and edit it. And if you want to apply it to the website, of course, and so on. So in this case, I'm going to check now this colors. All right. And I'm going to ask the agent here to add them to the design system. So I do not know if this is going to work, but I'm going to try it. Add these as main colors in the palette. Colors in the palette as main colors in the palette. And I'm also going to tell the AI to be feel free to adjust them, to make sure contrast is respected. Okay, let's see if it's going to work fine, because this pink here was a little bit too aggressive, and also the other colors were not exactly what I wanted for this kind of design. A little bit more soft, you see here. So yeah, I mean, just the pink one needed to be a little bit more soft. The others could be also the same, but I'm just going to see what it will come up with here with this request. So this is the basic idea of Uno AI Studio. You generate your design system, you ask for refinements, you're going to save it to your library once you are happy with the result, and then you can use it to create your website. So the interesting thing is that when you create your design system, each time you generate a new page or a new section, because you can also generate single sections if you prefer, and everything is going to be coherent and is going to respect the main design system that you created at the beginning. So all the colors, all the shapes, all the fonts, all the buttons and so on, they will be all referencing that first design system. So this is the main idea here. So, okay, it worked. All right. It was a little bit too aggressive in this case, because you see that it generates, but yes, but it's kind of a dark mode in pink mode. It went all pink mode. We can keep it like this. Why not? It can be interesting also to design a website like this. Yes, why not? Let's go in this direction here. So I will keep it like this, but I will ask now to enhance buttons and surfaces. This part here is, let me show you what will happen. I will ask now to enhance buttons, surfaces, and navigation links. Make them playful and creative. All right. This passage here, the enhancement passage, will allow AI to create a CSS mini framework that will be saved to the site editor in the CSS, in the custom CSS, and it will insert all the things that you cannot do in the site editor natively. So hover effects or some kind of advanced effects for gradients or yes, buttons effects and so on. Now you see that there is a slight over effect here that has been applied, which is creative and exactly as I was asking. We also have something regarding links. As you can see here now, we have this. Oh, this is cool, actually. We have this great effect when I over navigation links. It's cool, right? Then we have, okay, the other elements stayed almost the same. Then we have surfaces. Oh, I really like this one. It's a cool call to action, this one. Then we have all the others, and they work pretty well, I must say. They are creative, they are different, the one from another, and at the same time, they respect a kind of a global design system. And since this is still in development, you see here the design is already creative, but it will be more and more creative as soon as we develop more and more capacity for this plugin, Uno AI Studio. We are closer to the version 1. Okay, save to the library. Now, this is called Playful Blush and Coral. I do not know why it changed the name because I need to actually call it Bow. This is the name of the brand. All right. Okay. And I want to apply it to the website. Let's hope that it will keep the name that I just changed. It should. Yes, it kept it. It kept it. Okay. All right. So now the design system has been applied. And since I was creating this kind of website, and now if I reload the page, it's going to look really weird because it's going to use all the new palette and design system applied to another kind of website you see here. So we have this weird situation here. So we're just going to create a new page from scratch now to use this new design system. We're going to website now, and we're going to ask to create a new page. Okay, so here we have the starting point blank, and I'm going to be very simple, create a new home page called Bow on page, sorry, here. And yes, today I do not, okay, called Bow. So add these sections. Here a section with background image. And as a background image, I'm going to use this one. I think, yes, this one, or maybe, I think this this one could be nice, but they are all in the middle. So I think one, this one here would be better. Okay, this one here would be better. I'm going to download it. I'm not going to optimize or do anything. I'm just going to keep it like this as it is. And I'm going to upload it to my media library in the website. Okay, sorry about the slowness of my computer. I'm just going to flip the ice beneath the computer right now because it is very hot today and it is slowing down my computer. Okay, so media. Here in media, we can open up our images. What do I have here? Okay, there it is. It is very, very, how do you say, very big, this image. It's about more than 1 megabyte. Of course, if I was in production, I were compressing it using tiny PNG, but at the moment it's okay like this. Okay, so this is the image, 2 megabytes, very, very large. And I'm just going to use it to have a preview of what can be the design of my homepage here. Maybe also to show it to my client. Then I'm going to add a second section with, what can I add here? With logos. Okay. Third section with Oh, I must say with third section with about this image, and I'm going to add another image. In this case, I'm going to use the one where the pets were frontal, like this. It should be squared, but I'm going like this. I'm going like this. It's okay. Okay, let's download it. Okay, the ice doesn't seem to be working today under the computer. Okay, download image. All right. If you have any question, drop me a line in the comments. It's going to be a pleasure to reply to you. And okay, so these are the dogs, and we can place them here. All right. Please, ice, cool down my computer. Okay, we can copy this and ask to you. Oh, actually, we can crop it here. Cool, very cool. Crop. I want to crop this image. Aspect ratio 1:1. Selected crop ratio exceeds the boundaries of the image. That's weird. Why it says like this? Okay. Apparently, it is not so easy to crop an image here in WordPress. Apply crop. Then I need to save edits. Okay. And I can use this one. Perfect. So I'm going back to my prompt. I'm going to tell to use this image. And I'm going to add the last section, which is going to be just a pricing table. Okay, pricing table. I'm going to also ask to add another section here, which is going to be a call to action with another background image. In this case, I'm going to use the other one. So I'm using them all. Cool. All right. Yes. Download image. So basically this idea of Uno AI Studio is the thing that I think about when I see how tools like Lovable, for example, work, and I want to have a similar experience inside WordPress. We are still far away from that, but the idea is that one. Okay, so now it's uploading the other image. Okay. All right. And we have it here. Great. Copy URL. We can go ahead and place image here, and we can jump in the send button. Okay, the page, it's pretty complex actually. I ask a lot of things, but I think that it can manage to create it. So it's going to be create a new homepage called Bow. Add these sections: hero with background image. So we have this background image here. Then we have a second section with logos, partners, a third section with about and this image. Okay, a pricing table section, a CTA section with this background image, and it should be pretty it. So it's generating it. You see here the page has been created as a draft, and now the AI is adding the content step by step, section by section. And at the end of the process, you can preview the page in the front end, or you can open it in the site editor directly to edit it manually, or you can just go ahead and ask to do some refinements. For example, you can ask to refine a section, a specific section, or you can ask to add a new section, for example, also that. So this is very, very interesting. I really like this kind of workflow, even if it is just rudimental. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, if you're watching the video now in this moment, and also comment with your favorite drink. What do you like to drink when it's hot outside and you are working? I change every day, I must say, but coffee is the must in the morning part of the day, and then I love to have some refreshing drinks during the afternoon, but in the morning, coffee. And then I also recently discovered that my coffee machine can do iced coffee, which is great. So there is kind of a cold extraction of coffee, and you can just place inside some ice, and it's very good to drink. I want to talk while we are waiting for this, because so you see the actual time of generation of the page, which is also a good indicator of how mature is the system now here in Uno AI Studio. Because as you might know, even in tools like Lovable and so on, when you ask to generate an advanced page with an advanced design and so on, it takes about some minutes each time. So here we are generating using Gemini 3.5 Flash. We have asked to add a few sections to a home page and to build it in one shot. So this is a very good test that we are doing now in Uno AI Studio to see how it really performs. All right. And also, of course, remember that this version, it is still a pre-version 1. So we are developing actively all the features. We are kind of trying to make them as stable as possible to then launch the final version 1 of the plugin. And I really need your feedback, because it's super important for me to understand if you like this kind of approach, and if you want to share with me some idea or anything that it come up to your mind. Okay, so the page was generated, and let's go and check it out now. We can also get rid of this sidebar, okay? And we can also, okay, perfect. So the page is here. Let's go and check it out. I see immediately that in the first section we should change something, but it is already a good starting point. The second one, I like it. I like the second section pretty well. We have the about one. I just should ask to reduce the text here, but the overall feeling is good. Then we have the pricing plan section, which is very nice. Wow, I really like it. I like the fact that we have this over effect here, you see, which is the same also that we have in our design system. So basically now it is using it throughout the website. Nice. Then we have a final call to action, and then we have the footer that we have to recreate. Of course, header and footer, we have to recreate them from scratch, but this part is pretty cool, you see. So we have the first shot here. I really like it. I must say that it is cool. Let me know what you think about this. It's a starting point. It is not wow effect maybe, but some sections for me are pretty cool, like the one that showcase logos, and also the one that we have here for the pricing. Now we can, my advice here, if you start using Uno AI Studio right now, is to open it in the site editor and start tweaking around and how do you say, make it perfect as you want it. Okay, so it's going to open up the site editor here. All right. And then here we can center align or do a little bit of editing. In this case, I'm thinking about leaving this left aligned. Actually, I want to select here and see what I can do inside the cover block, because it is using a stack block here that I can actually make wide width. All right. And I can align to the left. Let me check how this is going to work actually, because this is a little bit weird how it is created. Okay. Oh yes, because I'm aligning all like this. Okay. Okay, this is cool. This is cool, and I can actually go into the view, sorry, into the settings here, and I can the styles, no, they're going to stay like this. The cover block, the content width, and the wide width. Let me check it out. If I place it 700, that's interesting. 700 and or maybe 600. Okay, save as draft. Keep in mind that if you want to continue refining it, you have to keep it as a draft. So you can also refine it in Uno AI Studio. Once you save it and you publish it, you cannot edit it in Uno AI Studio in this case. Okay, let me go and check the preview. Okay, this is not exactly what I wanted. It was a little bit different to my expected result, but I can keep it like this for now, and I can center everything is going to be better, I think. So I'm just going to align to the middle, justify items to the center. I'm going to do the same here for the H1 and also for the paragraph here. Easy as that, easy peasy. Okay, here I have my buttons. Let me just check here this button here. I think that the AI added here the text and also the background. Yes, in fact, it wasn't necessary because we already have them. And the same here, I think, for my outline button. I can keep it white. All right. Actually, it was pretty cool now, this color here that it assigned. Okay. Let's keep it like this. Perfect. Down here, we can keep it like this. Here, we can just make it a little bit shorter. All right. Of course, the copy, you can ask to regenerate it as much as you want. And then here we have the pricing table, which is pretty cool. I just keep it like this because it's perfect, this section. And then we have this final call to action that we can adjust regarding alignment, just this alignment. Okay. So this is the final page. Let me reload it. The header will be recreated, of course, and this is the home page. Okay, we should work here because I was kind of having in mind something different, but it is a good starting point. Then we have the logo section, the about section, the pricing table section, and the final call to action and the footer. Okay, let's recreate now the header and the footer, and also let's assign a correct template to the page, because now to make it work correctly, I want to assign the template here to page no title, which is this one. All right. Save draft. Now I'm going here and I'm going to ask to create a new header. Create a professional header for the website. Okay, and then I'm also going to generate a logo here just to make it as a placeholder, just to keep it there as a placeholder. Okay, now it didn't understand my request, but it created a beautiful services page. Look, it was very fast to create it, and we have some beautiful badges here. Okay, we have some pricing tables. Okay, then we have this section here, which is pretty cool. I like it. And also this one is pretty cool, right? I like it. It's very interesting. And then we have a final call to action here that could be improved, of course, but it is a good starting point. And this is a super cool services page, actually. And if you just add a few images here and there, it's going to be the perfect starting point of for your design. It's very, very nice. Okay, now let's ask again to create a header. So I'm going to be sure to click on Create New. That was the mistake that I did before, because I didn't click on Create New. And then I just asked to create a professional header. Okay. So now this was the starting point. And we're going to change now the header. Okay. And the logo, of course, we're going to make it different. Okay, so whoa, so cool. We also have the emoji here, and it is working fine. I'm just going to ask to remove the site title here. I really like also this this effect that they have on elements. All right, and actually, let me check it out in the site editor, because I want to be sure that it is correctly aligned in the site editor too. Okay, I just need to go here to header manually and to click on bow header. Okay, there is a problem here. It says block contains unexpected or invalid content. This is weird. It shouldn't behave like this. Okay, let's ask to refine it. Make it all in the same row, remove the site title, and keep the rest as it is. Okay, let me check if it's going to work fine. It happens a lot of times now while we are testing this version of OpenAI Studio that if we have a refinement for header and for footer, it works better. So it kind of creates a better design, and it works better. Okay, let's hope so here. It is finalizing now, the design. Okay. Now it's good. Okay, let's go ahead and edit in the editor. As you can see, I do not know why, but the second pass is always the best one. So It kind of gives you the first draft, and then it gives you the real design the second time that you generate or you ask to refine it, actually. And now this is the header, and it also has removed the error. You see that the error is no more there. And I actually like it. It's a pretty cool design. I just need to change my logo here and put the new one. I'm going to replace it with my new one, but actually I need my new logo to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to change its color. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit slow in this video here, but I just wanted to be sure to show you the whole process. Okay, so here I have copied my color. I'm going to download this, changing the colors. Very nice. Okay, let me check what we are using as font here, because I just cannot remember which font it is. Freedoka. Let me check if we have Freedoka here. Freedoka. No, there's no. Let's go with Nunito. Nunito. All right. Nunito like this. All right, let's download. Okay, so this is my new logo, and I'm going to add it to my header. To do that, I just need to open Media Library, of course, and upload my Nunito logo, this one. What do you think about this process, this design process? All right. The idea is also, if there is enough request for Uno AI Studio, to automate more and more of these steps, of course. So this chat is going to become more and more capable. You will be able then to maybe upload images also as a reference for your design system, or also to ask to do specific stuff inside your website to update the user, for example, or change the homepage. Yeah, whatever you want to do in your website, you will be able to do it here in the future. Okay, so now if we refresh, we should see the correct logo. This is a very cool header. And let's go and see how this is going to behave in the front end. Okay, so let's reload our page. And this is our header. Pretty cool, you see? Then we have this beautiful hover effect here. Okay, the button here, book care, and then here, free shipping over $49. Okay. This is a very cool design. Okay, this is an old page that shouldn't be there. Actually, let's put this page as the home page, so that we are sure to use it as the home page. Why I cannot do it here? Bow page. I should be able to put this page as a home page, but apparently it is not possible from here. Oh yes, because it is not published. Okay, I'm going to publish the page, and I'm going to place it as the home page. All right, set as homepage. So now when we are here, this is the homepage. Okay, we just created this in a few minutes. That was the video point, and we should also recreate the footer, but actually I like it like this. And yeah, let's go and check it out. Let's go and recreate it, even if I like that one. I'm going to ask to create a new footer. Okay, create a professional footer. Make it creative and fancy. Creative. All right. And let's see what it will come up with. So it is all automated. You see, once you ask to create a header and create a footer, it will apply it for you to the website. And it's going to be saved in the templates of your website. Here we're using 2025 as the base theme. It works very well, and it is super flexible. As you saw here, you can generate really, how do you say, different designs, you see? The first one that I showed you before was a completely different design from this one. And based on your design system, based on your prompts, and based on your structure, you can obtain a really advanced design like this. Okay, it's very cool. And of course, you can ask to refine all the elements as you wish. Okay. Okay, so this is the first step of our footer. We're just going to wait a few seconds because it is going to finalize Normally, you do not need to click here because it's going to do it automatically. That's it. And then we need to ask for a refinement. Okay, refine it. Refine the footer, make it polished and professional. And then we go and see what will happen. Now it's finalizing it and it should come up with a better design. Okay, this is very cool. I like it. Okay, it is, yeah, it is cool. And just the button here is a little bit weird because you see here it's squared, but it shouldn't be squared. So make sure the button in the CTA is has no squared background. And what else can I do? Oh, we can just also make the logo bigger and remove the website title because I do not want it there. Okay. And then when I'm ready, I can just go ahead and open all this in the site editor. But I like the overall idea and the disposition of the elements. So I think that I will keep it like this for this example. And just with this few refinements that I asked for. Okay. Now let's wait a few seconds. As you see now here with Gemini 3.5 Flash, it works very fast. And I would recommend you to use the same when you are testing Uno AI Studio to create your designs. Okay. And now it made exactly what I wanted. So the button is rounded, perfect. The logo is bigger. It removed also the element there, and it's okay. So the footer is ready. And if I go ahead now and reload my website, I will see everything in place correctly. So this is my home page and this is my footer. Okay, it is a little bit too, you see, wide. So I should say also to make it a different width. So I can just go ahead and ask here for this refinement, or I can go ahead and open it up in the site editor and do it myself if I want. So let's go ahead and do that. Right. Footer, footer, footer. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And then we are going to select the main group. Okay, open up here. And make inner blocks use content width. Okay, and the inner blocks here are all these. So I think that I will just make them all inside a single group themselves. Like this. All right. And I will make this group a little bit... Let me check it out here. Actually, I cannot see it. Oh, yes. Like this is better. It is exactly what I wanted. So I will just contain all the elements. And I can do the same also for my header. I can just ask here to contain all my content here. Like, for example, the row content. Because I will go here and make the content here like this. And I will go and make the second row contained. So here, I want to make it like this, but wide width. Yes. Save. Let's go back to our homepage. The footer is now centered like this. Okay. And okay. And then my header is also more centered. Okay. That's great. I really like it. There are some details here that should be refined, but as a starting point, it is perfect. It is exactly what I wanted, and it is a very good starting point. I just need now a solution to make our images stand out a little bit more, and maybe change the way that we are crafting the hero section here, because it's not enough wow effect. But the rest of the page, it's very well done for me. And I really liked, this is my favorite section here. The pricing table is my favorite. And for a version 0.14, I really think that it is promising. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. My name is Pascal, and I want you to tell me about this. What do you think about it? Are you happy about it? Are you thinking you're going to use it? I hope so, because I'm working on it very hard to make it, to improve it every day. Thank you very much for watching the video. I encourage you to give me a feedback in the comment section below, because I'm still developing right now Uno AI Studio. I'm considering to build a team around it if there is enough requests from the community. And so just feel free to drop me a line down below and ask me whatever you want about this plugin and tell me your thoughts and opinions. My name is Pascal. This is WP Roads. Hope to see you in the next videos and hope to see you in Uno AI Studio. Ciao!